of them are actually amazing Min Min players, and I gotta say the show isn't left behind.
Yeah, I mean, there's not so many Min Min players as you were mentioning, and it's really nice to see some representation because Min Min has been kind of given this bad reputation because of how the gameplay that she needs to do. You know, it's kind of how this obnoxious in some ways. So yeah, but it's pretty nice to see this kind of representation. I think Mingmin does really well against most of the current meta Fighter Pass 2 characters, for example Seed, Kazuya. And I can see her doing really well against Sephiroth because she doesn't need to really interact. Like for example, like this, she can just be spamming her attacks. I'm sorry, her attacks just at the ledge and trying to prevent Sephiroth from recovery since she doesn't have any hitbox and any herbugs within her arms. It is quite easy to do that to Sephiroth. And yeah, here we are seeing that zaK is already 122% and it's having quite a hard time trying to recover stage control.
Ouch! That was a close one. You know, Sephiroth is a lightweight, and having all the kill power that actually Min Min has, using not only the Ram, also the Dragon, or even the Megawatt, maybe some painful situation for zaK. And look at that, using the Nair gets the first stock from zaK, and now with that percent, it's gonna be a bit hard to survive. And as well as saying, hard to survive, but not for long. I have reached this for now, and now, man, I gotta say that zaK, even with the long measurement, is having a lot of troubles to penetrate all over Min Min's defenses. You know, both of them have problems somehow, but the difference is that as you were mentioning, Min Min has no hurt box on her arms, so it's kind of hard for Sephiroth winning trading. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm amazed of how situations like that happen, and Show is having a hard read,
Whoa.
but not even with the wing was enough to reach the ledge. And man, Show has the advantage state for now.
Yeah, and now we have the time really charged up. You know, whenever you eat a grab, it kind of busts itself. So the moves with the dragon gets super boosted. So yeah, right now it needs to be really careful. zaK needs to be really aware of how he tries to approach Show because yeah, as we were mentioning, it is quite hard to take advantage out of the situation that you're presented with when Min Min doesn't have a Herbugs, and you're the type of characters that really want to be zoning out characters, but Min Min is a zoner specialist. You know, you cannot. I mean, if you have the tools to enter into her zone, it is quite hard. But wow, the
Whoa!
up B taking out zaK's last stock and show puts on the 1-0 on the table.
Well, I'm pretty sure that zaK wasn't expecting that, so he didn't do anything. And you know, the hate that the team was having, well, there was nothing that zaK can actually do. But some interesting fact is that zaK is always chasing Min Min off stage. You know, everybody knows that Min Min is one of the most giftable characters in the game. So Shaw knows this, and he's trying to change the recovery trajectory in order so zaK cannot reach her. And man, I don't know how many times zaK has lost the stage control for chasing Shaw in a very low hate. Somehow it's a good option, and may say, oh, he's already busted, but nah. Shaw has managed to escape many times and recover an important option as the stage control is.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, but I really like this pickup stage by zaK right now, making me able to survive a little bit more to the show, the Min Min's attempt of trying to edge guard him whenever he's trying to recover the stage, and actually is being able to survive a little bit more up in the higher blast zones. So yeah, pretty nice. Speaking of stage right now, it's starting pretty neutral already at 32%, not that much of an advantage as it was in the last game. 50%, and this is where it can get tricky, but nice recovery from zaK's part actually recovering the center stage, being able to avoid that punish that Show so much wanted in that situation, only at 36%. He's not quite in the zone yet as he was in the last match, only 47%. This is looking more evenish than the last match. You know, the last match was pretty more into Minmin's favor in terms of punish game and how he approached the situation. But right now it's looking quite evenish. Right now we have the one win Angel, but nice take from zaK. Just being able to survive that because he would have been put in a really awkward position.
Yeah, ouch! Look at that. He has the tech chase under the platform and using the up smash managed to get a stock. However, I feel like Sean now has broken that tension situation that we were having back a while, back in time. You know, for some reason I feel like Shaw is playing a bit scaredy. He's gaining a bit of distance, but this is not the best option. You know, both players have many range on their own, but somehow I feel like Shaw is not using these to his own favor. So there are so many times that he's playing as close as it must, and he's avoiding one of the best min opportunities that he has. You know, those arms can almost trade with anything and can drop two in a row. So as much
Yeah.
as Shaw can use it, may get a bit of advantage. But I don't feel like he's doing, and zaK is gaining a lot of terrain for now. All the options that Shaw is taking are punished by zaK. Now he gets the read on the recover and use the fair to get a stock.
Yeah, amazing fair by zaK, just interrupting Minmin's recovery, which is no easy task, I can tell you. I mean, it can get quite difficult, especially if the Minmin decides to go really low. It can be real hard to try to stop her recovery. There's only just a bunch of characters that can actually deal with that. It's like trying to block Violet from recovery, but right now zaK is applying so much pressure. He almost got the read over there, but nice spot. I mean, air dodge coming out from Show's part. Already at 66%, and zaK has the one wing Angel 4, and with two stocks it can be really dangerous. This is where it can get tricky. Nice deck for recovering the stage control. The round run is not going to hit. I mean, the megawatt is not going to be enough to close out zaK's second stock yet. We still have the one wing Angel form, so he has an extra jump and a little bit more of a knockback to work with right now. The upper, which is not going to get it, but the up tilt does and closes out Shaw's last stock in this game number 2.
It is something curious because small battlefield is actually as ironically a small stage for both of them. However, it looks like Shaw had a lot of troubles to getting the switch control. Even their arms reach both sides easily. You know, zaK somehow managed to get this, and he was taking Shaw as far away as he could. You know, always keeping him on the ledge or not letting him gaining the center of the stage. So that is something important. You know, Min you may say, oh no, he's busting me all with the arms, but I feel like the worst place that you can be as Min is on the ledge because it is a situation that you can pull back and you only have one side to cover. And if that side is and if that barrier is jump with any options, you may get punished so fast. I mean, imagine yourself you have a third recovery, and I gotta say, Min's recovery is the worst tether in the game. So it's being on the ledge. It's a critical situation for a play. It looks like
Yeah.
we're having any changes for some reason. And man, I feel like that was a bad decision from Shaw to coming back to this stage. You know, as I was saying, it is a really small stage, and it is hard to gain control on it over the trace that the Maximin on Min's arms are having.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you would have thought that he will have prepared a bigger stage like Tenon City, for example, or even Talos. But yeah, it also depends on which were zaK's banned in this interaction. Already in 1-1 up in the score, so there's definitely a lot of match to be played yet. This is pretty evenish. Once again, starting pretty evenish, just as the last match. But in a determined point, just zaK applied so much pressure that he was able to recover the control of the match and actually got the advantage. But right now he has a one wing angel, but Ming has also her dragon boosted. So both of these characters has a little bit of a boost right now, so they need to be really careful with their interaction with their respective interactions already at 113%. Show is fishing, Show is sharking right now. He's trying to close out zaK's first stock, and it's not going to be enough just yet. That dragon not hidden by just a tiny bit. Amazing recovery by zaK, and he's still applying so much pressure. The F which is not going to connect, but the megawatt is going to close out Show's first stock. I mean zaK's.
You know, there's now I feel like Shaw is a bit more adapted on what he's doing, but I don't know why he didn't manage to punish those double fair. However, he rather to use the tilt, and here we have Shaw versus stock. This situation has turned even for both of them, but as I was saying, zaK is not letting. He's not letting Shaw to reach the center of the stage. He's keeping the most of the times on the ledge or nearby the corner. Something that the Shaw isn't able to reach that easy. But once that both of them take themselves off, I gotta say that the situation turns even. Oh my, that was a hard read, but not enough. 46 and 85% on game. Man, this situation has turned 180-degree change, because now that zaK was having the whole advantage in the game, or well, at least in this stock, now it's struggling a lot with a Min having almost all the stage covered.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, this is it. Well, that was a nice counter. I know what he was trying to achieve with that, but nonetheless, it protected him from the megawatt. So nice counter, 126%. Remember that Sephiroth is a really light character. I mean, I think he weighs a little bit more than Squirrel, if I'm not mistaken, which is really funny. But yeah, already Min at 90% in this position, being just a little bit awkward, just in that top spot. It is quite dangerous for him to be at, especially when that Giga Flare is being charged up, and the Megawatt once again paying the extra mile, just being able to close out zaK's second stock. Min at 128, but the immediate response by zaK, closing out and putting a one stock apiece back on the table.
Oh my. You know, this, as I was saying, this game is a lot more even than the previous one, where zaK was having almost all the time the control on the stage. But now, the one who is controlling almost the game is Shaw, because every time that zaK is attempting to repeat the same strategies that we were seeing before, zaK is saying, oh no, my dear, you're not having this one. Oh, 0 and 85% is over zaK. Now he has the wing, but he's not able to get an entrance for Min. Somehow, I like how Shaw pulls forward and back in order to keep gaining a lot of mind game. But somehow I feel like this strategy has turned backwards to him. However, Shaw is still having control, but what? Okay, here we have a dangerous situation. Now double fair failing again. Now we have a double again. May you have something? Nah. Oh, I always said that you gotta be careful on what you're doing. And no, zaK, no. Okay, that's match. He managed to get this stock. Wow, what a read that was, that one, man. I wasn't expecting that, and I feel like Shaw was conditioning that way. You know, there was nowhere to run. Even if you roll forward, you may get something, and the shield was there, but rolling backwards, it was like you are already dead here.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough spot to be at actually, because yeah, the Tekken was that was definitely a really hard read. I think the safest option would have been a roll. I mean, a roll in. Yeah, because remember that Sephiroth doesn't have actually a hitbox, or it's not that he doesn't have a hitbox. It's just that the hitbox in that part of the shore is not as strong as it is in the middle. So I think the safest option would have been a roll in, but in that position, it can get really tricky because he could have been charging an up smash with would have covered both of those options, the second place and the roll in, and then you would only have the roll out. So it was really a rock paper scissors situation right there. Amazing response by zaK just being able to react to that second place immediately and closing out Shaw's last stock. And we actually didn't get the death ray, which is kind of funny because he was definitely dome 4 at that percentage, and especially because he had the one wing angel form, and now there we have it. The dragon is being boosted right now, and he needs if he wants to counter it, if he wants to just eliminate this boost from Mimin, he needs to grab her. You know that's the counterplay to that strategy. Already at 96%, and show it's been working real hard. I mean, the games as we were saying were really even, has been really evenish, and it's not one-sided by any means. It's just that in some high pressure situations, I think zaK is taking the most out of the mental state from show, and exactly as I was saying, that panic air dish was the one that was the answer to close out show's first time.
Man, that was a real hard read. However, now zaK has managed what to do, but he's also gaining a lot of damage. 136 was not enough, but there is something that you have to be careful, and the most useless tool in the mid match is a counter. I don't know, you know, zaK was having a good time, but the Scintilla actually buzzed all the advantage that he was having. Now, I like also the strategies he having is farming like Rage, but you know that's a double shard cutting because you know Sephiroth is a like character, and
Yeah.
all the damage that he's having for him, it's it's like, oh my, it's like a glass cannon. 92 and 45 percentage on the game, and zaK is not managing to get the same control that he was having today, or we have him backwards. But man, now he knows what to do, and here we have, once the throw is away, triple, nah, nothing but the down tilt was enough. You know, sure, he's a patient character, but in panic situations, he's a bit desperate. There were many times that he was recovering, he's returning to the stage pretty soon, and zaK noticed this. That's when he uses the tilt or the down smash in order to take him off as quickly as he returned. That's something that
Yeah.
you must be careful about. And man, for now, Sho is having a lot of struggle gaining the stage control. That mass immune is strong enough to cut Min Min's legs, and man, I I feel like zaK is tanking that stock the most of he can.
Yeah, he's just holding on to that second stock as much as he can. He doesn't even have the one wing angel
What
for
the?
yet. Oh my god! The counter hit from that far and causes him off guard when he was trying to be over aggressive, and closes out this match with a
Man,
3-1 in zaK's favor. Wow!
okay, he actually say, "Shut up, you mediocre commander." I I believe that the counter was one of the most useless tools in this matchup, but I wasn't sure how that the Scintilla actually reached Min Min that long. I mean, what was that?
Yeah, I was surprised by it too, because the last time that he tried that, he just like drifted away and it would have hit him. But this time, I think he was so close. I mean, to the counter hitbox that it actually hit him and was just enough. I mean, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that Sephiroth